Right then, this is a quick walk around video. This is a really lovely Honda Jazz. It's a 1.3 EX Navi, so it's got the sat nav, finished in this beautiful sporty blue metallic. Looks absolutely fantastic on the car. Definitely the best colour for this car. The car's covered 57,000 miles, got a full service history, and it's in very, very nice condition. Go around the front of the car, lights and lenses clear and intact. There's no cracks or condensation there at all. Front end's very clean. Bonnet, if there's any stone chips, they are going to be very light indeed. Near side, passenger side, very, very smooth in the panel work. Can't see any obvious sort of car parking dinks or indentations there at all. Come around the back of the car, it's kept very, very nicely. So we've got front and rear parking sensors, rear camera as well, so it all helps to keep it all nice. And then offside of the car, again, very smooth in the panels. Externally, for what is now an 8-year-old car, it's in really lovely condition. Let's come into the boot area. Even though the car's got huge amounts of legroom, which I'll show you in a minute, you've still got this enormous boot area, which has got a dual level, so you can drop the floor down as well. It's been kept absolutely beautifully. And coming to the back of the car, all very, very clean and tidy. And the legroom is just ridiculous for this class of car, and the seats are set for me. Apologies, car just came by there. Yeah, the seats are set for me and I'm 6 foot tall, so that's about as bad as it's going to be. It's also been kept absolutely beautifully. For some reason my video makes the centre of the seats look a little bit pinky. They're not, they are black, so ignore what it looks like there. Coming to the front and the passenger side, again, lovely and clean. Passenger seat again in superb condition. Again, it is black, it's not got that sort of pink hue to it. Finally come to the driver's door card, and lovely and clean. Footwell areas likewise, and driver's seat again in absolutely super condition. Right, so inside the car now, as always I have the engine running, so the dash is illuminated. It's a lovely interior on these Jazzes as well, beautifully put together. Sat nav, you can see working absolutely perfectly there. Car into reverse, you can see the rear parking camera working perfectly as well, which complements the front and rear parking sensors. Carrying on down, just been kept really, really beautifully. Then come to main dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 57,702 miles. The only warning light on is for the low fuel, of course, but once that's extinguished or filled up, there'll be no light there, but it is in beautiful condition. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, so a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Jazz, and it's a 1.3 EX Navi, which means it's got sat nav, of course. This car is registered, if I can find it again, RK66PCF, and mileage at the start of the road test is 57,696 miles. The reason we do these videos, by the way, and especially this bit, the road test section, is just to make sure that if anyone's looking at any of our cars online, they get to see that very car in operation. The reason we've always felt it important is simple. It's because, like many people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in a photograph or description, but then you get to drive it and find out it's got obvious faults which you'd much rather known about before setting off on either a short or even a long trip. It doesn't make any difference. So come to the car, which has been very well maintained. It drives absolutely beautifully. I'll be brutally honest that I'm of the firm opinion, but backed up by many people, that the Honda Jazz is the best quality small hatch you can buy and the most practical by a mile, but they're also lovely to drive. Push button start on this spec car, engine starts instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Another fantastic engine from Honda, 4-cylinder. They build the best engines in the world, there's no two ways about it. They're incredibly tough and reliable over big mileages with good regular servicing, but they're also joyful to use. It's got a lovely sweet edge to the engine. The note is lovely, it's quiet, it's refined, but when you do put your foot down, drop a gear to accelerate, got kind of that lovely kind of snarl background noise to it. So if you hear a ping, by the way, it's got one of these little speed chimes at different speeds, which I'll deactivate because I find them incredibly annoying. But yeah, fantastic engine. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, perfect. Bike point exactly where it's meant to be. And it's lovely and smooth in operation. And then onto another brilliant Honda gearbox, 6-speed of course. And snappy, short in throw, lovely synchro mesh as it engages. Just an absolute pleasure to use by contrast to so many of its competitors. And that feels exactly like it would have done when it was new. There's just zero wear in it. So coming on to the steering and chassis. Steering tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. What I love about the Jazz steering, not only is it accurate, it's precise, it's very well weighted. It's not one of these sort of, when they give cars kind of the moniker of kind of city cars or that kind of thing. Quite often manufacturers give you kind of very light steering, which I personally loathe. This has got a bit of weight to it. It feels meaty, never feels nervous in any way, and works very, very well with the chassis of the car. The chassis, its main job is to get you from A to B comfortably, which it does brilliantly well. The ride comfort's excellent in the car, but the flip side is it goes through corners really nicely. It's keen to change direction, it's eager, it's very, very accomplished in all aspects of kind of the ride and handling department. They're not set up to be sporty, they're not meant to be, but it's a pleasurable car to drive, it truly is. Incidentally, absolutely no clonks, rattles, anything coming from underneath the car. The whole car feels absolutely as tight as a drum. I'm going to leave this corner, it's quite a sharp one, it's a little bit late, so I can stamp on the brakes a bit. The brakes are excellent, they're powerful, no pulsing, no vibrations, so all absolutely spot on. Worth pointing out, the car, hopefully today or possibly tomorrow, we'll be heading off for an MOT, which is done independently of us, so all these things are going to be checked anyway. And then coming inside the car, the first thing you notice when you get in a Jazz, obviously enormous amount of space, very comfortable driving position, perfect driving position, is the visibility. You get in the car and you feel totally in control. You don't feel as though you sat in the car, you feel as though you can look around you, and you just feel very confident straight away as soon as you get into it. The one thing a video can never get across is build quality, and this is where these are in a different league to anything in their class. They are beautifully put together cars, very, very high quality machines indeed. Everything's working perfectly. Sat nav, as you can see there, climate control system underneath, which is pumping out absolutely ice cold air, by the way, and then a dash binnacle in front, which is joyful by being actually very simple, lovely, clear, crisp gauges. That's what you want, and that's what it gives you. And then you've got this rather nice leather-bound steering wheel, which feels great in hand. The point, albeit it is only short, of the video, as I said, is just to pick up any obvious issues. It's absolutely nothing at all. Timely reminder of why these are such great, great cars.